Good morning. There we go. Let's see if that kind of helps keep some of this junk down. Let's see. Let us see. Yeah, all right, back to the Bolinoak-Sammahn. Got that. Got that. Got that. I think I'm ready to go here. Ready to rock and roll. Hey, Ken. Good morning. What's going on? Troll proof. Let's see. Let us see. I hope so. I think it's just, I think I can fight my way through it and everything like that. But I guess the question is, why do I want to fight, right? I don't need to, if I don't need to sit there and battle stupidity, why do I do it? It just distracts from the conversation. In fact, just a lot of the reading I did yesterday, and I spent a little time doing that. Hopefully this helps. So with that, hey, George. Hey, Austin. What's going on, man? Same old shit my way. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Ken, hope things are all right on your front, brother. I hope so. I've been thinking a lot about my friends who are dealing probably with, a lot of the challenging stuff that society throws at us. So as we control ourselves, it's kind of what I want to do. Yeah. In fact, I wouldn't quite call it trolling. I did kind of, only because it kind of came out in like, am I going to be doing an evening live stream? And I have let out that the answer is yes. I've been planning on this for a short while, but it's going to be once a week, and it's going to be more limited. The scope is going to be different than this. Hey, Nick, what's going on, brother? What is going on? So I guess we'll know in about, some of the next 5-10 minutes or not, if any of this is going to help. Yeah, right. Got that one. Just trying to get everything kind of ready to go. I see we have some filters in place this morning. Yes. Saying last night on Mike's live stream, this is what I'm hoping will kind of keep some of this junk down. I don't care if people want to pop in. You want to subscribe and actually, participate? Great. Hi, Dad. It's not working. I'm still here. I know it. And the funny thing is, I have not been able to find the specific one that says how to filter out Ray. It hasn't come up yet until I do. Hi, Dad one. No, he's kind of like Dad. let's get this part off and then we'll do the rest. I appreciate having new people popping in, you know, and genuinely people around the world who are interested in scale modeling. That's kind of how this whole thing started. You have to actually boot him. I know. But I was hoping to filter him. That way he can get the message, but I guess it doesn't work. Right. Yeah. I know we bust on Ray in the same way that Ray bust back, but having met Ray, I consider myself a very fortunate person. So yeah, Mike's live stream was really good last night. I really did enjoy it. Good conversation overall. I like having Handren in because Handren is genuinely like somebody who's seeking to be in the community and it's like a world-class modeler. He is really a fabulous modeler. Hey Edwin, good evening. How are you, my friend? Edwin did send me some photos regarding how that Bamboo A1 looked. Of course, what does George do? I get on and start looking at Micro Centers to see how much they are. I'm not going to spend that kind of money now. Thanks, you guys are swell, but the swelling's gone down. That's funny. Anyway, I enjoyed it. It's good to see Handren on there. Like I said, Handren's world class, and he's so engaging because I think he's like actively interested in being part of a community, and he legitimately asks questions. Every time I talk to Handren, I've always felt very much like he just wants to he just loves this hobby, like loves it. This is his thing. Okay, good day today. Just went back from hobby shop. I enroll on a Gunpla building and painting workshop for next month. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Edwin, can I ask who's running that session? Is it somebody who might be known in the greater community, or is this like a local thing, a local guy? There's somebody down in the Jersey area, Danny Gumpla, who I've talked with in the past, and I had the pleasure of meeting him at MosquitoCon last year in person. What a great guy, a terrific modeler. In fact, he built a dendrobium for, he's partnered up with Gundam Planet. He built a dendrobium and brought it to MosquitoCon. It's basically like, they just want me to build this thing, and here it is, and he did a great job. But he's doing training sessions at their facility, and they built out an area like where you can build models, or it's a training facility. It is fabulous. Like, that company gets it. Workshop is held by Danny Titan. He was pro modeler and Tetsujin champion. Wow, cool. Like, nothing like having people with some cred. Good morning, beautiful Space Wise. Good morning, beautiful Joe. How are you? You're also the guy who was responsible for Mr. Hobby and Awashima Kid here. Really? Meaning that he's like the guy who helped bring him into the country? Wow. That is pretty impressive. I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know. I'm okay. How are you? I'm okay. Just trying to muddle through this week, Joe. Probably no different than any of the rest of us. I hope that normally when you come back and you say, I'm okay, everything okay? So, yeah, I'm all right. It's been a bit of a, like, yesterday was one of those days at work where I just feel overwhelmed. Just because there's just so much activity, which at one point was kind of handled amongst many of us. And now it just seems to be falling across just a few. And it's just kind of, it's getting a little wearing. And so I've got everything from, minutia to deal with, which we had people to help out with, being in the field and all this other, it's just getting to me. Anyway, I'm not going to bore everybody with it, but it's just getting a bit much. It's one of those weeks I can't wait to be over. Yeah. Well, Joe, today's Thursday. Just got to get I take it back. We got the next couple of days. Are you working on Saturday now? Same, Joe. Yeah, Nick, I don't know. That was a good question. Don't know. Nice. Nick, I'm sorry. It seems like, I don't know. Oh, nice. I missed it completely. That's okay. I hate, even though I'm just snapping this thing together and it'll likely just end up in a bag, I hate missing nubs. I really do. I'm gonna, one of the things I've tried to do, and I am trying, is, this world is going crazy, but I am trying to keep at least the craziness of the politics that are going on in the world distant here. But I will tell you, it is this we're just getting crazier and crazier on a daily basis, and it's fucking with my mind. I'm not, of course, one can say, just tune it out. Well, I wish it were that easy. But anyway, I'm like I said, I'm not going to go down on that route. But there is a possibility I might be starting something on an evening, just to allow me to vent. And whether people want to participate or don't want to listen to me spew about stuff like that, that's fine. But I feel like I've got I'm gonna explode if I don't. Stay away from the news. It's impossible today, because then you turn it on for a second, Ken, and it's like, what the hell is that? The stuff, just the last few days, the stuff that's been going on is just incredible. Anyway, so we'll talk. Like I said, I'm not here to have a conversation about the craziness of the world. If people want to tune it out, hey, I totally get it. Maybe part of it is because of how I came to this country, first generation here. It speaks to me in a language that I think people who may have been, who have generational, history don't. So just like I said, it's just calling out. I'm not disagreeing with you, Ken. I'm not disagreeing with you. One should try to distance. It's just hard. And I'm not making this a political conversation today. Yeah, first gen here too. Exactly, Joe. It's like I said, I think it says something when you're an immigrant and you see what's going on. E117. But this is not going to be this conversation. This is likely going to be a separate thing that I'll be doing. I'll be doing modeling. I'll be building a model while I'm doing it. I may not do it here, but I will be doing a model. On some uplifting news, it does appear, I'm hoping we're not, keeping people away, but it does appear that this filter that's been engaged seems to be working. I'm actually able to have conversations with people. And not having to sit there and hit the delete, block button. Show calling out BS. You're not an immigrant, though. No, I'm not. That is true. But it's, again, pay attention to the news a little bit. My family came here on the Mayflower. I don't understand, but I'm still furious. I may not relate, but that doesn't prevent me from caring. Yeah. Wait, does that mean you will be working on the dendrobium? Not on a Tuesday night. No. No. I think I'm going to be doing something. I don't know what the model will be, but yeah. Hey guys, just so we're on the same page, like I said, I'm not looking to turn this into a politics conversation today. I just want people to understand that my parents brought me up in a certain way, and I feel like some of that has to come through. I can do a response show to yours. I'll call mine, Can You Believe This Shit with Scott. Oh yeah, absolutely. Ray, I would love that. Did you hear what that bullshit artist George just said? Let me tell you the real truth. Ray, I would love that. I would love that. Okay. Damn influencers. Damn influencers! I know, fuck them all! You should do it while you're painting with mask on so most can't hear you. Cuz! Yeah. Most can't hear me at all. Look at that, what a reprieve. I can't understand a thing George is doing. I love it. Anyway. I did enjoy Mike's show last night, though. I will say that, just as a quick aside. I think he's, I also appreciate very much, and this is something I want. I'm hoping Mike will hear this. I want him to understand. I totally agree. This is your show. You can do whatever you want. This is all about you and what your needs are. And if you want to have a show based on politics, great. You want to cut that out completely, 100%. Guys, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Nick. I do have an orange respirator. I'd be like Kenny from South Park. Oh, God. Oh, I see what's going on here. That's these. That's just for ball joint purposes. Oops. Bang. Bang. Yeah, Mike wasn't having it. I liked it. I agree. I think it's a place away from the BS. Yeah. And Nick, this is something, and I agree with Mike. And it's like there's, it's the whole conversation of there's a time and a place. And if you, as the showrunner, feel like this is not the time and place for this, that's perfect. You're running the show. I completely agree. In fact, one of the things I try, and I know I don't always succeed, but I try to tamp down a lot of that stuff. I don't always succeed because I think, when it impacts us on a personal level, like a very personal level, like, the BS at work, and then it's like if something has happened, like, I got to tell you right now, given the cuts to education, it's getting a little scary given that I'm about to send my daughter to college, It's like something, some of the stuff I've been reading about people getting denied because programs are closing. You think about that for a second, I'm not talking about the far-reaching politics side of this. I'm just talking about the personal. It's like, what's going to happen with my daughter? That stuff makes me nervous. And in fact, when we were talking, she was nervous about it last night when we were talking at the dinner table. And I said, at least you're lucky right now. Think about that you're at least entering college. With luck, you'll be able to kind of make it through. Not optimistic. But what about people like Mavis? Don't cut it out. It's important to talk about. This world is fucking nuts and people need to be heard. Don't make it the focus. But these discussions are the only way to impact change. Yeah, I agree, Austin. But I also think that there's a lot of stuff that's inside my heart. And I'm trying to keep it in a, like I said, I'm going to table this until I actually do something because I think it'll give a clear understanding of where I come from. We'll see where it goes. What do you mean, you people? Hey, Bonnie, good morning. Excuse me, good evening. How are you? I think it's evening. Yeah, I fear for her future. I fear her for her future too, the way things are going. But again, I'm not looking to pursue this right now. Let's just hope that things improve down the road. And I will let people know what I'll be doing. And if you're interested in participating, great. And if you're not, I totally get it. Yeah, I'm back. Good for you, Bonnie. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. Let's see if we can get this leg done before I have to take off. Looking forward to it. I hope so too. I hope it's, the hardest part about having a voice, even just doing this, the hardest part about having a voice is having a voice. How's everyone's day, night? So far, so good, Bonnie. I'm here with hanging out with fun people. We're just talking right now, and we're going to kind of change it back into more scale modeling stuff. You need to finish your plan before you can take off. No shit. Oh, look. Nothing was done. I will say the single dad thing is just preventing me from coming down here during the weeknights. I shouldn't say single dad, single parent thing is just becoming a little bit like, okay, just trying to find the time, but it'll come. It will come. In fact, my hope is to get this thing painted on Saturday, get at least, or maybe even tonight, airbrush the next layer, and then start doing the hand brushing, so that on Saturday or starting next week, I can actually start working on how I'm going to get the logoing on the front. Yeah, Austin, as soon as I get my part of the painting done, I'm just not coming down to the paint booth, because it's like by the time I'm ready to come down, it's so late. I'm beat to shit. So many leggings to wash. That kid is old enough to survive a night alone. Oh, I'm not disagreeing, but it's like, what's funny about this is, let's see what happens. Like for us, it's like the laundry, getting food prep, going to grocery shopping, all that stuff. Now, I'm trying to get them to do more, and we're working on it. We're getting there. When I was on the other night live, I was a guy and he kept ignoring me. When I was on another live, I was a guy and he kept ignoring me. Why would they ignore me? I don't know. This is the nice thing about having these kinds of things. So, Bonnie, you probably saw I've applied a filter to try to keep the garbage down. This is what I've been doing for the last 5 years, and the majority of the people here, particularly a guy by the name of Joe, he has been with me almost since the very beginning. And this is how it's always been. This is just friendly conversation that I'm hoping we'll have. Are you too old to survive a night alone? Am I too old to survive a night alone? Yeah, probably. Nick. Are you asking my kids? Oh, yeah. No, are you serious? Oh, yeah. He's a fall risk. I keep an eye on him. Exactly. Fall risk, yeah. Just there's a whole lot of just going on, just managing a house when, anyway, like I said, it's just my cross to bear. Yeah, right. Let's see if we can get this leg done. D8. I'm kind of holding parts and putting them back, holding parts, putting them back. That's not the one. Just cut it off already. That would be nice. Oh, there it is. So what has been happening? Oh, all sorts of stuff. We're just talking about, we watch I watch every Wednesday night. I watch a guy by the name of Gundamonium Works, Mike, on his live stream, and just something conversation that came up last night, which I thought was great. We're talking about that. His work on that tank is fabulous. That metal work was great. The metal work on that tank was fabulous. But then again, Mike's a phenomenal builder. I think George would be more work, just forget to go into work and just stuck on live building and all that. Yeah, dude, I would love to get to that point. Honestly, not to do this for anything, to make this into a career. Just just want to retire. Just want to get to retirement. 7.5 years to go. He doesn't have the right haircut for falling down. Someone check his briefcase anyway. Nice. So, anyway. Excuse me. They put the nubs in the worst possible places. Why on a you got a sort of like a, I forget what they call it, like a clipped corner. Why do they put it there? Put all your money into winning the lottery, retire next week. Foolproof. Yeah, if only it were that simple. If only it were that simple, Austin. Though, do I still have that button here? Oh yeah, here we go. I think I picked this up in the 90s. The Red Soldier. Welcome. What's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. So what's your favorite colors? Animal and yeah. Whew. That's some interesting questions, Bonnie. I imagine Gio with a briefcase and looking incognito with a toupee. Nice. All right. So I think I picked this up when I was working I was either a college student or just about to graduate or just graduated. And I'll read it because it's probably going to be backwards. Keys to success. Rise early, work hard, win the lottery. Favorite colors? This is going to sound weird. I don't generally. I've joked with my kids it's green just because it was just the color I chose. But when it's talking about like models, I'm a very plain person. Give me a bunch of grays, blacks. It's like, that's what I like. Very rarely will I do anything that's kind of extreme. Having said that, having seen some stuff that Austin's done and working on, stuff like this, putting paint on is actually kind of fun. Kinda. It's not my favorite thing, but it's kind of fun. Colors aren't my thing. I don't know if I have a favorite. Yeah. Favorite colors are kind of weird. It's like I don't think I have one. The day before with a big seg causing gas in a nice suit. Nice. So what you're building? I am working on the Bolinoak-Sammahn. Just snapping it together while I'm trying to find the time to get back to finishing off the base for the plane. Same thing he builds every day, just about. I actually might find a place to put this thing. Kind of like this. Got a board back here that has a couple of pins I've had for many, many years. 3 to 5 months for updates on something new. Nick, if you don't change that attitude, I'm going to get back to sanding. You got a paint scheme for this Fundum? I kind of like the colors on this. Frankly, I'm not sure I'm going to actually... I'm not sure when this thing will get painted. It may be a while. I'll leave that right there. I'm going to find a home for that. To get like 3 finished models. Yeah, just about. As I've said, if you're expecting fast, check out other people. If you're expecting to learn something, Definitely check out other people. You just want to kind of hang and have fun? Yeah, not a bad place to be. Hey, I gotta go. Everyone have a fabulous day night. Bonnie, you as well. Enjoy your evening. Is the Gundam from Blokey's or some other company? No, this is actually it's a Bandai model. I'll show you the box art in just a second, Rod. Just keep sanding. Just keep sanding. Exactly. Yeah. That's it right there. That's a Bandai from Zeta. It is a chunky boy. You know, it's funny from that angle right there. I don't know, for some reason it reminded me of, what was it, Big Hero 6? Like this bulbous thing. Look at cockpit green. It's pretty close to that. Yeah, yeah, it is actually right. It's got, isn't that like a duck egg green? Is that what they call it? Hey, Richard, how are you? Good day. Oof. All right, this one's going to have to get, let's cut back on that peg. All right, it's one of those, but it's different. Really? It's different. Interesting. This is the first time they've ever released the Bolinoak-Sammahn. Wow, that got shotgunned. That was a fortunate misspelling. Oh, I love that. Yeah, Fundum. I thought you were actually calling it that on purpose. I love it, though. Duck egg is a light blue color close to the Russian. Oh, okay. All right, Ray. You rivet counter, you. All right. What's left? What is left? Do I have any? Oh, no. You're just basically slapping this in. Oh, they're supposed to put color correcting sticker. Yeah, stupid. Color correcting sticker. Yeah. I have an extensive reference wall. Oh, do you now? Leg done. Oh, one leg done. I will say once again, just the engineering on that to kind of hide things is pretty impressive. I got a bit of a gap back there, but again, it's just because things haven't been pressed together well enough. I don't really care. Not right now. So what do you do exactly? Me? I hang out in the mornings with people at 6 a.m. here in the East Coast of the United States. I chat, and I either snap together a model, do something a little bit more hardcore, or what have you. I don't really know what I do. Since you and I are doing a T-34 buddy build, I think Mason has convinced me to go with Mickey Mouse for the theme. That could actually be cool. A Mickey Mouse theme on that thing would be awesome. I want one of those, just describe it. Yeah, nice, dude. Yeah. I have a day job, but I don't want to go into my day job right now. I actually have a good day job. It's actually some days a fun day job. I just don't want to talk about it, though. All right, I'm going to work on the hip section. Let's get the hippie section done. We get to say fun words like fiduciary. Exactly. Exactly. Dude, now, of course, I got Mary Poppins running in my head. Thank you so much, Ray. Yeah, when the hatches are up, it resembles Mickey's teeth. Oh, yeah. God. Okay, I'm going to add another one for you, Austin. You ready for this? Add a little figure of Mike Dukakis inside, if you remember any of that. Let's see if anybody remembers that. Now that would be an image. Spadoinkle. I love it. Keep them coming, Ray. Spadoinkle. Hey, Tom. Good morning. What's going on, man? How are things on your end? Are you at work early? Why Dukakis? He walks in pretty early, pretty late. So I just be in home and learn, trying to find some activities, but I can't find one. We'll hope your day is good. My day is very well, thank you, Red Soldier. I appreciate it. Hopefully your day is well too. I'm enjoying working on a model, and that's what makes my day a good one. So, Tom, Austin is working on a T3485, if I'm correct. Oh, you're very welcome, Red. You're very welcome. He's working on a T3485, and and he's going to do it in a Mickey Mouse kind of finish. So, of course, the first thing I thought it was, well, of course you want to put a little like Mike Dukakis inside. Oh, it's a T3476. Sorry. No, we're not comparing him to Elon. No, nothing of the sort. No. Dukakis and Elon the same? Are you fucking kidding? It's just, I believe, and I could be wrong because I'm not a river counter. Shalinky doink. Nice. I'm not a rivet counter like Ray, but I'm assuming that the differences between the T3476 and the T3485 is just the cannon. Now, there might be some turret differences, but they're small. How about a don't caucus? Sure, we could do that too. Are we thinking the same Mike Dukakis? Yes, the former governor of Massachusetts who ran for president back in the late 80s. Yeah. Yep. And 1988. E25. I thought Kitty. Oh, no. So another third-party company doing an ARC-78 too, but they changed a little bit, making it look like an Optimus Prime. Oh, that's kind of nice. I kind of like that. That's like kind of combining some stuff. I like that. I like when you can take like a base model and kind of tweak it a little bit, you know. I hate to put it this way, but if somebody wants to build an RX-78, you got like 500,000 to choose from. So do something different. I like that. That's cool. There's some racist tones with him. I don't recall. I don't believe so. Certainly there was something because he was probably Greek Orthodox. If you do a Disney theme, have them be the copyright brigade. Ooh, yeah. You should look up these model kits called Blokies. You know what? I do know of Blokies because, oh God, it was shit. Friend from the Philippines who worked on them recently. Yeah, I've heard they're really, really cool. That's why he didn't have a successful presidential campaign. Yeah. He was, I'm sure that if I don't know the exact history of it. I'm sure if I researched it, that would probably be the case. But anyway, water under the bridge at this point. Is looking that up like going to Penn Island. All right, we got this kind of going. Ooh, I like that. 2, 6. Yeah. God, oh God, I can't believe I'm spacing out. It's Fizz. There we go. Fizz is the one who was working on those. Blokies. All right. I might have to look into this. Hey, Richie, good morning. Guten Morgen. Yeah, right. Do a little bit of a light crack in here. 1, 3 and 4. Morning, Mr. Clean. Morning, E. How are you? I took a day off yesterday to relax. Nice. Good for you. I found out last week that I've got almost 2 weeks of vacation time I have to use up by May. So now it's like, okay, I guess I'm taking some time off. Yeah, confused with him with a different presidential candidate I feel during the primaries. That might be. There's more than a few of them back at that time. Is your location raining like it's cold? I believe, I haven't looked outside, but I believe I'm not sure if it's raining or not. It looks a little dark outside considering, so it probably is cloudy. And raining? I'm not sure it's missing. Missed a Dendrobium stream. Yeah, it'll be back up on Saturday. Saturday morning, I'll be working on that. Sometimes in my location, it's raining, like really raining. Yeah, we get torrential rain, but probably not from as much as you. Red, where are you located, may I ask? And you don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable. I totally get it. You taking the day off to go to Neem with me? Oh, I'd love to. Ray, I may have the time. Dude, I'm gonna be literally working, until what's my anniversary? Mid-May. So I've got 6 weeks to burn like 2 weeks of vacation. So yeah, Indonesia. Oh yeah, you definitely get a lot more rain than we do. It's cloudy and cold here. Yeah, it's raining here. Yeah, but it's probably not cold, Nick. Bastard. I have a few more weeks before I get another jobs. Really, Ray, anything come your way yet, my friend? Anything yet? Let's put this away. We'll work on the hippie sections. Took the morning off. Can't be doing this 5 a.m. crap for 2 months straight. Sure you can, Tom. And if you can't, they'll find somebody who can. They'll just replace you. So figure it the fuck out. Yeah, it's almost 70 degrees, man. I'm jealous. My room is freezing. Is it really? Ooh, Red, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't like being cold. Never have, never will. 17, yeah. The knocked fuck at Wee Ball. The knocked fuck. Is that fuck at Wee Ball? Yeah. I do the 4:30 a.m. crop Monday through Friday. Yeah. Hey, Richie, question. When you switch off, like it's like you're doing 4:30 to let's say what, like 12:30 or whatever. Are you done? Like they don't reach out and say, "Hey, Richie, we need you to kind of do some stuff remotely." Are you on emails or anything like that? Or you want me to see if we're hiring? At the street corner? What? I have a few options, but I'm taking a break to work on the house first. I've already done a few small jobs. Nice. Good for you, Ray. Good for you. Yeah, 8 hours. That's it. Yeah. See, that's kind of what I wish I had. Unfortunately, for too many years, we're an organization that, you provide your contact information to your clients, or if there's something going on that needs to get taken care of, you take care of it. So there are days when I've worked 4 hours and there are days when I've worked 15. And that's why I don't give a shit. Oops, I gotta get that polycap. That's weird that they're doing a polycap down there. Is that the Bolinoak's crotch? Yeah, I'm working on the hippie section. Yep. Every day feels like the same day and it's boring, Oh yeah, dude, I hate being bored. Intersection or my other job. Ren says, "Hi, George. Are you Dad's best friend?" I think your dad has many best friends because your dad is awesome, Ren. I like hanging out with your dad. PC9, not PC1. Do you have some Evangelion model kits? I don't. Richard, interesting thing. I've only recently started watching Evangelion. I think like episode 17 on the first series. And I don't. And at some point, it's possible. I've never really been a big fan of that design. It's not my thingy per se. But I do like the anime. It's weird. I like weird. Do you have any like 80s and 90s game consoles? Funny you should ask. Call it by its real name. Why is Shinji crying now? That's funny. I love that everybody picks on Shinji. Love the RG unit too. Do you? All right, what time is it? I got another couple minutes here. I'm going to be bailing. Looks like I got to take care of some family stuff. All right, first things first, let's crack this thing. Get rid of that. Bang. Bang. Fuck Shinji, that's why. Yeah, the Unit 2 is pretty cool. Yeah. I've enjoyed the series. I think it's a good series. I mean, the comedic elements in it are pretty funny. That's for sure. Let's go like that. Bang. Get in the damn robot, Shinji. Yeah, right. I will tell you, what is it about anime of that time having messed up parents? You know, we wonder why these kids are all screwed up, right? They're either orphaned or their parents have abandoned them. And somehow we're expecting them not to be like totally messed up. Well, no, they're messed up. So what if it's partly your dead mother? So what if it's partly your dead mother? Right? True, then it proceeds to give us trauma. Exactly. The amount of trauma these kids are going through. It's funny. Thank God it's just in a cartoon. So maybe not just. There we go. Oops. Fun fact, the director of Evangelion, oops. In Bleach, his dad surprises him every morning with a pile driver to the face. Oh, that's good. I know, but I don't watch anime, but only the cool one called Transformers Armada. I don't think I've even heard of that one. Remember Gundam Wing 5 orphan terrorists from outer space? I love it. Edwin calling it the way it is. Messed up parents, I call them character development. Nice. Isn't that still the case? Yeah, kind of is. No wonder I'm fucked up. Exactly. And yes, I'm a Transformers fan. Nice. Good for you. I'm not. For some crazy reason, just never got into Transformers, back in the day. But hey, I appreciate that other people are into it. That's cool. Ooh. Be careful with that, son. All right, we're going to get this section put together, and I got to bail. Got that. Let's do it. I'd say the chat restriction definitely helped this morning. Yeah, I think so too. We're going to do that every morning. I wish I could set it up as a permanent feature. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. But yes, I totally agree, and I'm hoping other people feel the same way. The director of Evangelion, Hideaki Anno, directed. Yeah, he did, which I love Shin Godzilla. That's a good film. Hitting the zoink bloink. Nice. All right, hips done. Am I done? Yeah. Yes. Let's get the leg on. Yeah. Bang. At least this gives us the ability to take a look at proportions. Wow. There you go. So that's him standing on one leg. All right, let's see what we got. Had any backup trolling, George? Nice. Hero of the wing pilot is the craziest one. Remember when his future wife invited him to her birthday party? He instead tore the invitation and said, "I will unalive you." Wow. I've never watched enough of Wing to remember any of that stuff. I'm maybe not looking forward to the day, but that day is currently doing the new Gundam show. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I forgot that he's actually involved in GQX, right? What chat restrictions? Well, gotta go. Yeah, Red, me too. See you when I see you, George. Yeah, you too, Red. Take it easy, all right? Take it easy. Crimson Blader, welcome. How are you? Unfortunately, it is time for me to bail. Stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Hero, you mean Mr. Oh, I messed up. Yeah. Guys, go do good. Enjoy the day. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It is definitely crazy out there, and it's getting crazier by the day. And I'm not kidding. It's getting crazier by the day. Do good. Enjoy. Brighten somebody's world as much as you possibly can. Spread some love. All right. With that, I'll be back on tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Enjoy. Do good. Love you all. And peace.